Welcome to the Gun Show, where your biceps are wide, strong, and look incredible. And today we're focusing on that key aesthetic, bicep width. All right, let's get into it. Aesthetically pleasing arms look terrific at the pool, the beach, or in a sleeveless shirt. Even with a shirt, you can tell when a guy has great arms. And traditionally, bicep workouts meant doing standard curls. But if you're doing them without width curl exercises, you won't be able to get the look that you're after. Because typically we see the bicep grow in height, but not necessarily in width. And like most areas in your body, there isn't a single muscle to work out. Your shoulders have 3 distinct areas, your thighs are a grouping of muscle segments, and your biceps are made of 3 different parts. There's the long head on the forward part of your arm. This head is primarily what makes up the height of your bicep, the part that we most are used to seeing. For bicep width, we look at 2 muscles, the short head of bicep and the brachialis. It's the short head that is most responsible for the width of your bicep on the inside of your arm. That inner width of your biceps that's so complemented by the triceps behind it. Now for width on the outside of your bicep, we turn to the brachialis muscle. It actually sits behind the long head of your bicep and when conditioned properly, can be seen from the front of your body as part of the overall width. So let's turn our focus to the 6 most effective exercises targeting the brachialis and the short head bicep. And while we focus on width in this video, be sure to never ignore your long head bicep in your overall bicep routines. Okay, number 1, let's look at the concentration curl. This is a short head exercise where the squeeze is the key. Start with a standard curl. You could be sitting, standing, both at the same time or not. But as you raise the dumbbell upward, twist the move such that your hand is supinated and your pinky fingers are pointing towards your chest. You will feel a squeeze in your bicep when you twist like this. And twist your arm as much as you can in that squeeze to really emphasize it. And when you're at the top of the move, the squeeze may in fact feel a bit uncomfortable, almost like a pinch or a cramp. When it does, release and move the weight downward for another rep. The concentration curl is so aptly named because you really must focus on that squeeze for max development. 3 sets of 8 reps. Second is the preacher curl. You can do this move in a seated position on a bench, or you can squat down for an alternative. The preacher curl bench at the gym will make this very simple. With the bench, adjust the seat so your arms are positioned comfortably on the diagonal padded plate. Start with lighter weight if this move is new to you. Be sure that plate is low enough so it doesn't place any undue pressure on your shoulders. Proceed with curls with your palms upward. Now, without the bench, simply get into a wide squat and press your elbows into your thighs right inside the knee. If it feels a little awkward, you're doing it right. Bend over at the waist and proceed with the curls. Be careful not to hit the dumbbells together if you're doing them at the same time. Your torso will feel like you're hovering over your arms. It may feel a bit awkward in the squat position, but what it does do is emphasize the upper part of both your short head and brachialis. It is very, very effective. Third, hammer curls. There are a couple of ways to perform hammer curls for width. If you're at the gym, you may have access to the tricep bar that forces your hands in an arm placement to be vertical and very close together. If you have one, grab the vertical grips in the center of the bar. This will place your hands in a grip with your thumbs upward. Try to keep your arms close to your side without any flaring and focus your attention on the biceps themselves. If the tricep bar is new, perform the move without any weight to familiarize yourself. Then try to adjust the weight such that you don't need to kip or use your back and body to lift the weight. This is an isolation move, so reduce the weight to avoid kipping. Aim for 8 reps and 3 sets. Now, hammer curls without the tricep bar are simply done with dumbbells with your thumbs turned upward. Perform the curls naturally with your body position straight forward. For some alternative angles, rotate your arms a little bit while keeping your grip with thumbs upward. This will increase the focus on all areas of your small head, that's inner side width. Again, adjust the weight for about 8 reps total and difficult when you get to about rep 6. Now for reference, thumbs up is often referred to as the neutral position for biceps. Your grip with palms down is pronated, and both neutral and pronated grips tend to help focus on your brachialis. Supinated, or palms up in the grip of the bar or the dumbbell, is the most common grip we see in bicep curls. It's very, very effective, but does not really target the width of the bicep as with the other grips. Okay, fourth is another move that is mostly for the gym, the neutral hand rope hammer curl. A bit of a mouthful, but it's a basic curl move with the use of the rope attachment and keep the curl vertical with the natural hand position. Using the rope attachment on the machine is actually a very good basic hammer bicep move. But to build more width through the brachialis, take the rope attachment and bring both ends together. Then grab them both with one hand and perform the cross-body motion. Literally the same move as with dumbbells, as we're going to see later. But this can be quite effective given the movement of the cables is somewhat different than the dumbbells, as the cable provides consistent tension throughout the entire move. And as we always know, variety and variation lead to more muscle development and more strength and more aesthetics. Fifth is another move focusing on the short head and inner width. This is the outward facing standing curl. As we mentioned, standing curls will generally focus on the long head or the height. But when you rotate your hands externally to face away from your body, you then activate the short head and more target your inner width. This move is as simple as it sounds. Just turn your wrists such that they are facing away from you in a supinated position, kind of like how a hitchhiker sticks out their thumbs. You will feel a bit of tension on your elbows, so be sure to keep the weight low enough to complete at least 8 reps. And note the difference between an outward-facing curl and the concentration curl. Here, the move starts from an outward-facing position and ends the same. There is no twist or squeeze like with the concentration curls. And when in this externally facing position, really concentrate and feel the intersection of your bicep. It really helps to perfect your form and the width gains. The concentration curl is a completely different exercise, and treat them that way to get the most out of the two moves. Finally, sixth is the crossbody hammer curl. This is another move that can target the brachialis along with the main bicep muscles. A very simple move and very similar to the one-handed rope attachment move. Pick up the dumbbells and hold them at your side in a natural and neutral position, nice and comfortable. Then move one arm up and across your body, keeping the wrist and hand in the same neutral position. Lower the weight back down and then repeat with the other arm. Think about aiming the dumbbell towards your opposite shoulder or your chest muscle. This is another move that is very easy to kip or lose your form, so stay disciplined and lower the weight and focus on perfect crossbody form. Always remember, do not do any bicep exercise with momentum. Curls are isolation moves. If you cannot do them with perfect form, lower the weight. But as an isolation move, really concentrate on what the bicep is doing. And for each and every move that we've discussed here, notice the emphasis on the width, both the internal and external width. And in the end, do not forget standard curls in your complete routine. The long head muscle cannot be ignored or allowed to fall behind. There are 3 muscles. Attack them all as a comprehensive approach to arm development. Keep your curl form perfect and watch those biceps grow and widen into the guns worthy of a proud flex. Check out this video for more male fitness tips, and we'll see you next time.